I'm Steve Reynolds. I'm with Navajo County Sheriff's Posse, Hashknife Pony Express riders. This is our 58th year of Hashknife Pony Express. We're carrying tens of thousands of pieces of mail from Holbrook, Arizona to Scottsdale. It's a little over 200 miles. Our first day today, we will be riding 100 miles.
Hashknife! It's a big deal for Holbrook because we're renowned. We feel like the Pony Express lets everyone know where Holbrook is, what we stand to do. You know, we've got something special here.
I would like you now to please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. There you are. Thank you. You guys have a good trip.
We're leaving Holbrook, Arizona this morning on the Hashknife Pony Express ride. Our first leg will be 44 miles to the first post office. We service all the post offices along our 200-mile route. We're into the fourth generation of people sending letters. We get letters from all over the world, Eastern Europe, South Africa. We get letters from China, and we're just grateful that we can provide a service. There's a lot of people that do Pony Express around the United States, but there's only one Hashknife Pony Express under contract to the U.S. government to deliver first-class mail.
The Hashknife Sheriff's Posse is committed to keeping the spirit of the Old West alive.
All right, we're on the mail crew and we have to run ahead of the riders. We go to each post office going down on the ride. We try and stay an hour ahead of them. We collect the mail that they've got in the barrels and close the barrels out. Put this in here and lock it up. And we'll get to the mailbag guy when he comes in.
The mail is handed from the postmaster to the captain to the first rider. He rides down a mile, and then both horses come together in a full lope, and they hand the mail off, and the next ride, he grabs it, and then he rides a mile down the road, and he passes it off, and it's a relay.
My name is Bob Moffett. I've been doing this for about 5 years now.
I've been riding with the Hashknife for about 14 years.
So since I'm over 50, I wanted to do something really fun. I think this is about the funnest thing I could ever do.
We left Holbrook at 8 o'clock this morning. We will arrive this afternoon in Payson. Today at 4:45, we will ride into the Payson post office. We're carrying thousands of letters from children just like you from all over the world. If you drop the mail sack, you get fined for dropping the mail sack. It's about 20, 30, 40, depending on how severe it is. Like you drop the mail sack and you get off your horse and can't get back on your horse, that'll cost you a little change.
This is how I do it. If it looks pretty hairy and looks like things aren't going to go my way and it looks like I'm going to get injured, if I don't like what I'm going to land on, I close my eyes. The original Pony Express actually started in St. Joseph, Missouri, and it went through the northern territories, Colorado, Utah, Nevada, into Sacramento in the southwest, but not Arizona.
The original Pony Express lasted only 18 months.
Roy Downey, he had an idea that we, at the time, Navajo County had a stampede rodeo in Holbrook. They wanted to take a letter, Pony Express, down to Governor Paul Fannin in Phoenix, inviting him up to the stampede rodeo in Holbrook. So they all got together, decided that they would put it in a special satchel, and they rode it, passing it along like they used to do in the Pony Express, up over the hill and down into Phoenix. Back then, there was no paved highway, so they went up over the mud and the dirt and the snow and everything, up over the Mogollon Rim and down to the floor in Phoenix.
The Hashknife Land and Cattle Company drove tens of thousands of head of cattle into the northern part of Arizona. The headquarters for the ranch was in Holbrook. That's where we get the Hashknife brand from. And the Hashknife is a knife, and this is a Hashknife, that's used to cut up meat and potatoes into hash by the chuck wagon cooks.
Navajo County Sheriff's Posse is a 501c3 search and rescue that we are in full support of the Sheriff of Navajo County.
The posse was formed in the mid-50s. There was a plane crash up on the reservation, and a few of the locals, Cephas Perkins and them, went out and they actually found the airplane. And the need to organize, because the sheriffs in Arizona, we've always had go-to guys where they could go and do searches and stuff, but an organized sheriff's posse is what the original guys did.
And the Pony Express is just one event that we do every year. And we've kind of gone through carrying on a tradition, for me, is keeping the spirit of those departed members that came before us, keeping their memory alive. And we only do that one time a year.
This is our campsite, and we're getting ready to go into Scottsdale, Arizona tomorrow for me.
Where's the salt? Where's the gosh darn salt?
I would like to see us go 100 years on the Pony Express, because we want to keep the spirit of the Old West alive. we come in, they're usually staged, and then we get 2 by 2. We have the American flag out front, and then we have all of our sponsor flags. These horses have hung on to this mail for 3 days. They don't want to give it up. Thank you.
Another great remembrance of another great ride.
On behalf of the Hashknife, we would like to give this proclamation to you that's signed by all 3 mayors, has the seal of all 3, Holbrook, Payson, and Scottsdale, and we'd like for you to hang this in your office.
Every year, there's one of them moments that highlights and accents everything that we do and why. Because it's that little girl. It's that baby. It's that little kid that we put up on a saddle. That's what it's all about. It's not about us taking the mail down there. It's about the communities that we serve and why.
This is a huge effort of comradeship to accomplish the task at hand of delivering the mail. And once you've done it, it's with you the rest of your life.